Hello, shooters. I'm Dr. Tactical, and I've got quite the show for you today. Today's show took a wild turn, and this is what I consider to be the quintessential purpose of YouTube. It's an opportunity for you guys to learn from someone else's trials and tribulations, someone else's experiences, be them positive or negative. And it's funny because this video started out as a very benign review of the Feyachi rifle case or rifle bag. That was the purpose of it. Next thing I know, I've got some really important stuff to share with you guys regarding Taurus and Rossi firearms companies. If you're even remotely considering buying a firearm from either Taurus or Rossi, you owe it to yourself to watch this video. Watch it all the way through. All right, with no further ado, let's get into it. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel. And those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy what you see here. And if you do and you see value in it, hit that like button. And by all means, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well. It really helps the channel significantly. All right, let's get on with it. So back in early December of 2024, a representative from Feyachi reached out to me and said, "Hey, Dr. Tactical, we think you would really like our rifle bag. Would you like to give it a try? We'll send you one and you can let your viewers know what you think of it." Sure, why not? I'm a relatively small but growing YouTube channel. I'm not saying no to something like that. However, I need to do videos on things that excite me, that turn me on, and a rifle bag in and of itself doesn't do it. So my plan was to pick a really cool rifle and to sort of combine the two because rifles do excite me, and the bag, as long as it's a good bag, would go in well. Well, here's the thing. I have a lot of cool rifles, but I just recently purchased one that I thought would be perfect for this video. And that was a Taurus Rossi, so a combined effort between the two of them. They made a rifle called the Circuit Judge. And it just caught my eye hanging on the wall of the gun shop. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. And truthfully, when I saw it, I thought to myself, you know what? I don't even care if this thing shoots. It would just look good on the wall. Little did I know that's all it's good for, but we'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, the video was originally supposed to be really heavily on this bag, which is a wonderful bag, and I will do some more on it, and I will bring it along with other rifles that I do so you guys can see it. But I really want to focus more on this Taurus Rossi combined effort, or I should say combined debacle. I am incredibly disappointed with both of these companies, and there's some stuff that if you're considering buying a product from them, you need to know. So before we get into the shit show that was the Circuit Judge, I just want to tell you a little bit about what it is, because it's really wild. People look at it like, what is it? Is it a shotgun? Is it a rifle? According to the ATF, the definition of a rifle, and this is the ATF's definition, it means a weapon designed or redesigned. That's getting into the brace and stuff. That's where things get hazy. But nonetheless, it's a weapon that's been designed or redesigned, made or remade, and intended to be fired from the shoulder, and designed or redesigned and made or remade to use the energy of the explosive in a fixed metallic cartridge to fire only a single projectile through a rifle bore for each single pull of the trigger. All right, that's according to the ATF. So basically, there's two subcategories of long guns. You got shotguns and you got rifles. A shotgun is a long gun that has a smooth barrel, and a rifle is a long gun that has a rifle to barrel. And therefore, if a firearm has a buttstock and it's over 26 inches long and it has a smooth barrel, it's a shotgun. So the Taurus Circuit Judge. Now we've seen the Taurus Judge and the Governor, I think it's called. They're very similar. They shoot 45 Colt and they shoot like 2.5 inch shells. The Circuit Judge shoots 45 long Colt and shoots up to 3-inch shotgun shells. But it does have a rifled barrel, therefore it is not a shotgun. It's a rifle. At least that's as far as federal law is concerned. So it's a really interesting looking gun. It really appealed to me. I like stuff like this. I'm a revolver fan. I'm a rifle fan. What's not to like? I'm a shotgun fan. It's all a win. So I took it out to the range with one of my sons and his friend, and this is how the range session went. This has never been shot, so I'm kind of psyched for this. Truthfully, I'd be just as happy just to put this up on the wall because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
It's different.
Yeah.
Here, hold that for me.
I just feel like having a cylinder on a rifle is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it just looks cool. All right, let's... Big bullet, huh?
Oh my god. I was looking at that recoil pad.
What is that?
Yeah. All right. I've got enough for us all to do 3 and 3. These are slugs, yeah. So this is kind of the... Oh, I forgot this is only 5. All right, so we'll do 3 slugs. 2 of these. All right. Whoop. This is not quite the trigger I've become accustomed to.
Yeah. Like I'm pulling so hard.
Shit. You know, it's like stuck back, actually.
Huh. That's weird.
I broke it. Huh. Oh, there we go. All right.
Good to go.
You pull too hard.
Well, here comes the 45 Colt. Stuck back again.
Huh. I see a video in their future.
Yeah, you do. All right. Oh, shit.
Definitely see a video.
Yeah, I'm not impressed right now.
Yeah.
It's not.
It has the star. You're supposed to like push it, right?
Go ahead. I mean, it's a Rossi, Rossi / Taurus, so. Huh. Yeah, it's gonna be a video.
That's f***ed up. Yeah.
Her maiden voyage. I'm not gonna force it here. I'll do it in the gun room. And that, my friends, was the maiden range day for the Rossi Taurus circuit judge. Not impressive. Now let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I advertised this as, so that's how we're going to follow it. The good. All right, the good. I was at the range with my son and his friend. It doesn't get any better than that. And before we shot the circuit judge, we shot all kinds of other guns. We had a Korth, we had a Atlas, the NYX. We were having a great time. And then we got to the circuit judge, and you guys saw how that one went. So let's talk about that. That's the bad. The bad is how the circuit judge behaved. But also in the good is how cool that gun looked. That is a cool looking gun. It really appeals to me. And I said it a couple times. I really think that gun belongs just mounted on a wall. It's just so cool looking. And it turns out that really might be all it's good for anyway. So good, great looking gun, and a good time. Bad, the way the gun performed. The ugly. All right, let's get into the ugly, because that's really where the problem is here. There's going to be quality control issues. I accept that. All companies, all products, things are going to happen. Things will happen just through accidents. Things will happen through things that are overlooked. It happens. How a company deals with those problems is what separates the men from the boys, if you will. That's when you know you've got a quality company versus some fly-by-night piece of crap company. And unfortunately, Taurus and Rossi definitely fell into the piece of crap category. And let me just explain, because what you guys haven't seen yet is what I went through after the situation. So, and just so you know, I do not like doing negative reviews. I'm not somebody who gets out there and enjoys doing these things. A lot of times, if I see something negative, I just move on to another product. Unless it's something really egregious, something that really pisses me off or looks dangerous. And you'll figure out which category this fell in just a minute. So, in fact, I did a video on the headrest safe. This was a product that I was so excited about. It just made so much sense, just looked so great. And I was so disappointed in the execution of it. And I did a video just stating all the things that I think really should be changed. And the company reached out and said, we hear you, we're making some changes. And they did. And the product was improved tremendously to really what my expectations were originally. I was so happy with it that I did another video. I feel that I owed that to them to say, hey, look what they've done. And now the company has a huge contract with some RV company. They're doing all the headrest safes in it. And is that all due to me? Well, maybe. I like to think so. No, they'd had a great product and they just needed some help with the execution. And they were mature enough to hear the constructive criticism and not take offense to it, but actually make the changes. And as a result, they came out with a really nice product. Chiappa. Chiappa makes a very, I don't even want to call it a high-end gun. It is a high-end gun. It's an expensive gun, if anything. This Rhino of theirs. I bought one. And it's a really cool gun. But the one I bought had some surface coating issues. And it turns out I wasn't alone. And when I reached out to customer service, they could not have been more dismissive. And that is not what you want when you're spending that kind of money on a gun. You want somebody who's going to, fix things or at least acknowledge them. And that wasn't who they were. So, I didn't feel badly about putting that out, but I don't try to go out and do negative reviews. I did a negative review on Wilson Combat because I had an issue with their customer service. But you know what? They reached back out to me and said, hey, that matters to us. We're talking to people. We're retraining people. We're going to get control of that. And I really respected that. And they sent me a hat. Anyway, I don't expect a hat from Rossi or Taurus after this. But the point is, a good company hears the negative and makes changes, responds to it. And customer service is everything. That really is what separates a quality company from a crappy company. So at this point in the video, my intention was to go through step by step all the calls I made, all the calls that weren't returned, all the time on hold, all the promise calls. None of that's important. It's the overall whole that matters. Just know that Taurus and Rossi's customer service was horrific. I am incredibly disappointed in them. If I were somebody who was deciding between a Smith & Wesson, a Ruger, or a Rossi or Taurus, really easy decision, because I just named two companies, Smith & Wesson and Ruger, who, as far as I know, have really good customer service. At least that's been my experience. And Taurus and Rossi, just horrible. So I'm not going to make you go through the step-by-step. Just know I've documented all of it, and it really was a mess. And it's just not something you want to deal with, and especially when there's lots of other good products out there. So that's it. Just me sharing that part. And I do want to say, Feacci, nice bag. I will get a video out there for you guys, and we'll get something nice in it. But since, again, they have had my gun since December 13th, they received it. I sent it out December 6th. And as of March 17th, I don't have it. So it doesn't look like I'll be doing a video with that gun in your bag, Feacci. But it's coming. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And I hope that this saves some of you from going through what I went through. That's kind of the whole point. So I'm Dr. Tactical. Like and subscribe. Dr. Tactical, out.